Tennessee Republican Representative Tim Burchett. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning. I'd pick Bobby and what the heck? Who cares? Life's too short.
I know. You're talking about the Brady Bunch credits, aren't you?
Yeah, and Taylor Swift will have great seats for the game. So what the heck?
Why don't we just have you here for pop news? Tim, you have a big job, but I love that you're into all of our stories. But I have to ask you, some of your fellow Republicans and you yourself, maybe, you let me know if this is a wrong characterization, fighting mad over the government's financial situation. We were just here over the summer, it feels like. What is it that you believe America would be risking with a current bipartisan approach?
Well, first of all, thank y'all for having me on. In all seriousness, we're $33 trillion in debt, man. We'll spend $1 billion, I think, whatever, 22 minutes or something like that. I don't know, something crazy. It's hard to even fathom. All we really want is single issue voting bills on these spending bills, not a big package, not the, if we do the CR, the continued resolution, it's just a continuation of where we're at on the border, where we're at on fentanyl, human trafficking, all these woke programs that we do not like. And an omnibus, what they do is they pass a CR, 30-day CR, and then they pass another 30-day CR, and they tell us we'll pass the continued resolution so that we won't ever have to pass another continued resolution. And that's sort of like telling somebody on crack cocaine, hey, I'm going to give you some crack cocaine to get you off of crack cocaine. It just doesn't work. And we just continue this process of spending money. Man, we will take in $5 trillion this year. Imagine that, $5 trillion the government will. Yet we're on track to spend over $7 trillion. That's what we're against. That's what I ran against. And they keep saying, well, the Senate will vote it down. I don't care. Let them vote it down. Send it over there. We've got to start negotiating this continued resolution they want to send over there with a 1% cut in possible growth. It just doesn't work, man. The math doesn't work. We're on the road to financial ruin, and no one has the guts to say it. Everybody's afraid to turn the spigot off, and there's about 15 of us that aren't, and we just said we're sick of it.
So 15 of you all who are considered the more conservative members in your party, you all are holding out. I mean, make it plain. You have a penchant for making it plain. There are a lot of people, there are a lot of politicians, there are a lot of journalists who resort to scare tactics when we come across this. And that continuing resolution oftentimes just buys some more time, even though, as you mentioned, it isn't a solution, it's a resolution. But what do we need to do? What's the answer here? Because there's so much division, and it feels like we just talk around these issues all day and we scream and shout and stomp our feet, but then the American people are the ones who suffer.
Yes, ma'am. What we need to do is our sworn duty. We have one real job in Congress, and that's to pass a budget. And guess what? Congress has not passed a budget in over 30 years. Jody Arrington out of Texas is on the budget. He chairs the budget committee, and God bless him. He's put a budget out, and the conference gave him 10 minutes to talk about it. And they gave him the golf clap, and then he went on about his way, pat him on the head and send him on. That's what we ought to be doing. We ought to be seriously talking about passing a budget. We had the whole month of August. We went home. We work hard when we're at home. I work harder when I'm home than I do here. But, ma'am, September 30th, as I've stated many times, it comes around about this time every year.
That's what we say. That's what all the American people are saying. Like, why are y'all always fighting about this when we know when it happens? We know the deadlines. You're supporting a vote to remove McCarthy as Speaker if this Democratic and Republican-backed bill actually goes through, or if there is a brokered deal?
I haven't said I'd support it publicly, no, ma'am. But it's an option. It's obviously an option. We need a win. We need the country is, and Kevin's my friend. I talked to him this weekend, but seriously, man, we've got to balance a budget. He's your friend, but you ain't really a friend to his policies all the time. Well, I've got a lot of friends, and they call me when they need something, and they're not.
Are those real friends, though?
But Lyndon Johnson said, if you want a friend in Washington, get yourself a dadgum dog. I threw the dadgum, and I got 3 dogs, so I'm good. But no,
we were waiting for you to say dadgummit.
Yes.
I mean, so yeah, I know. Every time I do that, the dadgummit meter goes off, and people send me a hat that says dadgummit or something. It's better in person, though. I got a swear jar. I got a 16-year-old daughter, and I got a swear jar full of IOUs. That'll be the title of. But no, but honestly, ma'am, the folks in this country just want to see us pass a budget. I feel like you pass a budget. You know, your church, your synagogue, your temple, your charitable organization, your business, they can't survive. All 50 states, dadgummit, pass a budget. And yet the United States Congress never seems to get around to doing that. We pass a continued resolution because it's easy, because it's jammed full of pork and special projects. And let me real quickly, the omnibus.
Real quick, and then we have to go after that. But one more point.
We go CR, and then we say, oh, we're passing omnibus right before Christmas. And that's the humongous bill. And what everybody does is they read down until they find, oh, there's my stuff. And then I vote for the rest, all 1,985 pages of it. The classic Nancy Pelosi, you got to pass it to know what's in it. That's what we do every year.
But that's sad. That's sad because even the American people don't understand terms like omnibus and the vernacular, and it sounds like a lot of the lawmakers don't understand what they're voting on either. Congressman Burchett, thank you so much. We appreciate your time. Dadgummit, I hope you get some reruns of Brady Bunch in, maybe a Kansas City Chiefs game too.
I'm sorry, Jan.
Oh. We're gonna interview Jan Brady. Yes, the actress who plays her.
Yeah.
Eve Plum. I love that he watches the show. Thank you so much, sir.